Welcome to Higginbotham's 2016 Employee Benefit Program presentation. Open enrollment will be held from December 1st through the 11th, 2015. Every employee needs to log into MyPay and make elections between December 1st and December 11th in order to continue your current benefits, change any of your plan elections, change any of your covered dependents, continue your flexible spending accounts for medical and/or dependent care, or newly enroll in flexible spending accounts for medical or dependent care, as well as elect your 2016 HSA deduction. If you do not log in and make your elections, you will only receive the default benefits for 2016, which are the basic life and AD&D, long-term disability, and basic long-term care. The elections you make during open enrollment will go into effect on January 1st and remain in effect until December 31st, 2016. You cannot make any changes throughout the plan year unless you experience a qualified life event, which are listed here for you. The key thing to remember, if you experience a qualified life event and you want to make changes to your benefits here, you need to do that within 31 days of the event, or you lose your opportunity to make changes until open enrollment next year. There's a lot of things that are not changing for 2016. Our wellness within incentives are not changing. However, there will be new program requirements, and those will be posted to our wellness portal. Higginbotham will continue to offer PPO and HSA through Blue Cross Blue Shield of Texas, and telemedicine through Teladoc. Compass will continue to help employees save on the cost of your medical care and act as your advocate with claims issues. Higginbotham will continue the current contributions to your health savings account, and Cigna will continue to be our dental plan provider. Davis Vision will still be providing our vision, and Dearborn our life and disability plans. Legal Shield and identity theft are not changing. Our long-term care through Unum is remaining intact, as well as the voluntary critical illness, cancer, and accident plans. The Higginbotham FSA independent care accounts, 401k through Principal, partial home and auto through Travelers, and employee assistance program through Disability Resource Services. Since these programs are not changing, we will not really be going into detail on the majority of these. Please refer to your benefit guide if you need additional information on these. You're eligible for all benefits if you're an active employee working 30 or more hours a week. You may enroll your eligible children in eligible benefit plans up to the age of 26, except for the legal plan and identity theft protection. That's to age 18. If you sign up for the medical flexible spending account for 2016 for the first time, you need to register with myrsc.com and order a debit card. You will receive a new medical card if you enroll in the medical plans for 2016. Now that we've covered what's not changing, let's talk about what is changing for 2016. You will see modest medical plan benefit changes on both medical plans. Our deductibles are increasing on both plans. But because our deductibles are increasing on both plans, Higginbotham is generously implementing a health reimbursement account. If you need additional details on what a health reimbursement account is, you can see page 11 of your benefit guide. The HRA will be administered by Higginbotham Flex Department. It is fully funded by Higginbotham, and it's a tax-free benefit to you. It will reimburse you the last $1,000 of your in-network annual deductible for employee only, and it will reimburse the last $1,000 of your covered dependents in-network deductibles, up to $1,000 total for all of your dependents. If you have questions or need assistance with your enrollment, please contact the Higginbotham Employee Helpline at 817-347-7093. Or from our offices, you can call extension 7093. You can also email the helpline at helpline@higginbotham.net. Blue Cross Blue Shield gave Higginbotham a very large medical premium increase this year, and that's due to our claims experience. After negotiating it as far as we could, there were still some plan design changes that we need to make. What Higginbotham decided to do was to increase the deductible on both plans. $1,000 for employee-only coverage, and $2,000 for family coverage. But the health reimbursement account will fully offset these increases. All you need to do is, once you meet the full deductible, you supply your explanation of benefits in a claim form to our Flex department, and you'll be issued a check or a direct deposit for that amount. Also, as a note, keep in mind, on the health savings account, your deductible for the family is now embedded, which means that one person does not have to meet that full family deductible. Each individual person has their own deductible with a family maximum. In 2016, you still have 2 plan options to choose from. Both are administered through Blue Cross Blue Shield of Texas, and they both use the exact same network, and it's the Blue Choice network through Blue Cross Blue Shield. The changes to the plans are highlighted in red, and it's really just the annual deductibles that we've already spoken of. In-network providers have agreed to charge Blue Cross Blue Shield negotiated rates, and we call that an eligible charge. If you see a non-network provider, they've not agreed to that eligible charge. But that's how Blue Cross Blue Shield is going to base your reimbursement. So when you see an out-of-network provider, if they charge more than that eligible charge, then you have to pay the difference. So not only are your benefits lower out-of-network, you could be balance billed for the difference in the eligible charge and what your out-of-network provider charges. Out-of-network benefits are listed in your benefit guide. I'm just going to touch on the in-network benefits in our presentation. For the PPO plan, you have copayments when you visit the doctor. For the primary care doctors, it's a $30 copayment, and for specialists, it's $60. You also have copayments for urgent care, and that's $35. And keep in mind, telemedicine is absolutely free for those urgent situations. Your preventive care and lab and x-ray are covered at 100%. But everything else that you're going to do under the medical plan, you'll have to pay 100% of that eligible charge until you meet your annual deductible. Once you meet your annual deductible, then the plan's going to cover everything else at 80%, and you just pay 20% until you meet your out-of-pocket maximum. For an individual, that's $5,500, and for a family, it's $11,000. This does not include your prescription coverage. Keep in mind, emergency rooms are going to be your most expensive cost of care. First of all, you're going to pay a facility copayment of $250, plus 20% of remaining charges. And then for your physicians that see you in the emergency room, those fees are going to be applied towards your annual deductible. And then once you meet your deductible, you're only responsible for 20%. So please only use the emergency room for life-threatening emergencies. Take advantage of urgent care and telemedicine and your physicians. The health savings account is different in that there are no copayments at all. Every service that you have under your health savings account, you'll be paying 100% of that eligible charge until you meet your annual deductible, except for preventive care. Once you meet your annual deductible, then you're actually not responsible for anything else the remainder of the year, because Blue Cross Blue Shield will cover everything at 100% after your deductible. Your out-of-pocket maximum is $4,500 for an individual and $9,000 if you're covering your family. Your prescription drug coverage is different on the PPO and the HSA. On the preferred provider plan, you actually pay copayments based on the medication that's prescribed. If you take a generic, it's $20. If you take a preferred name brand, it's $40, and a non-preferred name brand is $60. You can find out if your medication is on the preferred name brand list by going to Blue Cross Blue Shield's website and inputting the name of your medication. If you take maintenance medications, that's something you take every day, you can sign up with mail order and have that sent to your home so you don't have to go to the pharmacy every month. You will pay 3 copayments for a 90-day supply. On the PPO plan, there is a separate out-of-pocket maximum for your prescriptions. So in a calendar year, you will pay no more than $1,000 for your prescriptions. for an individual and $3,000 for your full family. Keep in mind, if you request a brand name drug when a generic is available, you'll be paying the brand name copayment plus the difference of the cost in the brand name medication and the generic medication. If your physician proves to Blue Cross Blue Shield that it's medically necessary for you to take that brand name drug, then the penalty will not be applied. On the health savings account, you pay 100% of eligible charge for all your prescriptions until you meet your annual deductible and out-of-pocket maximum, which is $4,500. Once you meet that, then everything else is covered at 100% for the remainder of the year. And the maximum for your prescriptions on the health savings account is actually combined with your medical, so your total medical and prescription out-of-pocket is much less than the PPO. Employees enrolled in the health savings account plan can also open their own health savings account. In order to have a health savings account, the IRS requires that you're enrolled in a qualified HSA medical plan. You cannot be claimed as a dependent on another person's tax return, and you can't have any other health coverage either through your spouse's medical or pharmacy plan. You also can't be covered through Medicare Part A or Part B, and you cannot be covered through a general purpose flexible spending account, either yours or your spouse's. You can, however, have a limited purpose flexible spending account for dental and vision expenses only. There's lots of benefits to having that health savings account. First of all, you can make tax-free contributions. The accumulation belongs to you, and it's tax-free growth. There is no use it or lose it rules. The money is yours, and as long as you spend it for qualified expenses, you're never taxed on what you put in. You're never taxed on the accumulation. The eligible expenses are defined in IRS Publication 502, and they're the same eligible expenses that you'll see under a flexible spending account. Higginbotham will continue to contribute $46 per month into your health savings account. The 2016 maximum amounts have been published, and it's $3,350 that an individual can contribute into a health savings account. This includes the $46 per month that the company contributes. And then the most you can contribute if you're covering your family is $6,750. And again, this includes Higginbotham's portion. If you turn 55 on any day of the plan year, or you're already 55 or older, then you can also make an additional $1,000 catch-up contribution. Your 2016 medical employee contributions are listed here for you. They're in several categories. There's non-tobacco wellness, tobacco wellness, non-tobacco non-wellness, and tobacco non-wellness. If you met all of the requirements of the wellness plan, you're eligible for the wellness rates, whether they're non-tobacco or tobacco. If you did not meet the requirements of our wellness plan, then you will be eligible for the non-wellness rates. If you did not meet your point requirements this year, please continue to participate and meet your points in 2016 so that you can earn that discount again in 2017. Teladoc is given to all employees, and there is no cost to you or your dependents to use this service. It's very simple. Log in and complete your medical history, and then request a medical consult. You'll talk with a U.S. board certified physician, and they'll resolve your issue. If you'd like them to, they can send notes to your primary care doctor in order to have continuity of care. And then reconciling your account is simple, because you don't have to pay anything for this service. Teladoc is a valuable service for those urgent situations that aren't true emergencies. You can contact them any time of the day or night, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Please remember you have this service. It's absolutely free to you and your dependents. You can use this service when your physician is unavailable, when they don't have any appointments maybe till the following week, or they don't have any after-hours appointments. Also remember about this service when you're traveling. and you don't have time to go see your physician, or if you're too busy at work and you don't want to take 2 or 3 hours out of your work day. When you're on vacation or a business trip anywhere in the United States, you can call Teladoc and speak to a U.S. board-certified physician. They can also refill recurring prescriptions on a short-term basis. And they can also take care of your children of any age. So if you have a child that wakes up in the middle of the night with 102 fever, call Teladoc. Talk to a U.S. board-certified physician and find out what immediate measures you need to take care of your child. What better resource could you have than a physician on call? Certainly, if you have a life-threatening emergency, we want you to go to the nearest emergency room. But if you have non-emergency situations, we ask you to please not use the emergency room. Use convenient care clinics, urgent care clinics, or Teladoc. Teladoc can actually give you effective resolution to a wide range of conditions. The top diagnoses are listed here that people use telemedicine to help them resolve. Things like sinus problems, urinary tract infections, pink eye, bronchitis, upper respiratory infection, etc. All of these things are urgent and they need to be taken care of, but they don't really need to be taken care of in the emergency room. So remember, you have this free benefit because not only can they diagnose your problem, but the doctors at Teladoc can call in prescriptions based on your diagnosis. They'll follow proper prescribing guidelines through the CDC. They will not give any controlled substances, psychiatric or lifestyle drugs. And they also have a 98% generic prescribing rate, which also helps us keep our medical costs down. It's extremely convenient, and they send your medications to your pharmacy through e-prescribing. I've actually used this service on many occasions, and normally I can have my consult with my doctor before I could even drive to my doctor's office. Another service that Higginbotham provides to you is through a company called Compass. Compass is an advocate service and a transparency service. They're there to help you understand your benefits, find a great doctor, save money on medical care, pay less for prescriptions, and get help with your medical bills. And they'll help medical bills for you, your family, or even your parents. We want all of our employees to be wise consumers, and we don't want anyone to be overcharged for medical procedures. And that's one of the reasons we have Compass. You know, it's a misnomer that if you use an in-network provider, that they all charge the same. All doctors and hospitals have different fees for the same medical services. In this example, an MRI of the knee at local facilities. At Hospital A, it's $3,300, Hospital B, $2,300, and a diagnostic imaging center down the street was only $450. That's 7 times the difference in the cost between Hospital A and that diagnostic imaging center. We're providing you with the tool to contact Compass to save you money and also to help Higginbotham's plan save money so that our premium increases do not continue to go as high year over year over year. So when you're going to have any kind of medical service, please call Compass first. Make sure you're not overcharged for medical procedures. Compass can also help you pay less for your prescriptions. Most medications have a generic equivalent, and if not, they normally will have a clinical alternative. You can call Compass and they can do a medication review with you and let you know if there's a generic equivalent or clinical alternatives and talk with you about the options that you have. I have 2 examples here. Crestor does not have a generic equivalent, but it does have clinical alternatives. And if that clinical alternative would work for you, you could save up to $136 a month. Effexor XR has a generic equivalent and clinical alternatives. You could save between $69 a month and $101 a month if one of these alternatives would work for you. If you're taking several medications, please contact Compass and see if there's a way they can help you save money. Encompass will also work as your advocate. If you have medical bills that you don't understand, if you get explanation of benefits and bills from multiple people, and you don't know who to pay and how much you need to pay, contact Compass. They'll help you with your medical bills. They will give you unbiased advice and expert guidance. They understand your coverage, and they'll help resolve disputes with providers. They can help with appeals, and they'll actually coordinate refunds if refunds are due to you. I want to assure you that Compass will not share any of your personal information with Higginbotham. They will not provide medical advice, and they're not designed to replace your doctor. They're not here to provide assistance for medical emergencies. Again, if you have a life-threatening emergency, go straight to the nearest emergency room. And they are not receiving money for recommending one doctor or hospital over another. Here's some frequently asked questions. Can Compass assist with issues relating to dental and vision? Absolutely they can. Can they review old bills? Yes. If you have any old bills that you don't understand, please get them to Compass today. Can Compass assist members of my household who are on different insurance plan? Absolutely. How long will it take Compass to respond to my request with an answer? Well, most requests are answered by the next business day. Bill reviews and appeals may take a little longer due to the research that has to happen. Does Compass need permission to speak with my doctor or insurance company? Yes, you'll need to fill out an authorization form giving Compass permission to advocate for you on your behalf. And finally, can I access Compass services online? Yes, once you register at member.compassphs.com. Compass is online. You can contact your health pro, find a doctor, or estimate cost of procedures straight from your smartphone, your iPad, or your computer. Higginbotham has a dedicated health pro. It's Nicholas Shepard. His contact information is listed here, as well as in our benefit guide. He's available Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and you can always reach him by email. If you have recently moved or you're looking for a provider, please call Nicholas Shepard because he will help you find providers in your area. If you have an upcoming medical procedure, Nicholas will estimate your out-of-pocket expense to ensure that you pay a fair price. If you're tired for overpaying for brand-name medications, let Compass research the most cost-effective options for you. And if you're wondering if a medical bill is correct, Compass will make sure that you're not overbilled. Your employee contributions for additional plans are listed here. They're also in your benefit guide. Your dental will still be with Cigna, vision with Davis Vision. Your flexible spending account limits are listed for you, and then the cost for your accident plan and cancer plan. On the critical illness, those are subject to age and amount purchased, so those will populate when you go through the enrollment process, and then the legal plans. There are individual age-banded rate plans for short-term disability, buy-up long-term disability, the buy-up long-term care, supplemental life and accidental death and dismemberment, and critical illness. Personal home and auto rates are quoted individually. There are a few things that you need to do. First of all, review your interactive employee benefits guide that's included in the enrollment. Every employee will need to log into MyPay and make elections between December 1st and December 11th to continue your current benefit plans, change any of your plan elections, change your covered dependents, continue your flexible spending accounts, or newly enroll in flexible spending accounts, as well as to make your 2016 HSA deduction election. Remember, if you do not log in and make your elections, you will only receive the default benefits for 2016, and that's basic life and AD&D, long-term care, and basic long-term disability. If you have any questions regarding the enrollment process or any of our benefit plans, please contact the Higginbotham helpline at 817-347-7093. Or if you're in the office, it's extension 7093. You can always email helpline@higginbotham.net. If you have questions regarding a bill, again, please call Compass. And if you have any urgent medical care that you need, but it's not an emergency, please remember about that telemedicine benefit. It is there for you at absolutely no cost. Thank you very much for listening, and make sure you get enrolled.